Just across the Cumberland River from those neon lights of Broadway, we welcome you inside Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Buffalo Bills and the Tennessee Titans.
Joey Slide to kick off for Tennessee.
With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Slide set to get this one going. Off we go from Nissan Stadium. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. Not much happening there. Just a short gain.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, here's Allen. Quick throw, taken in. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Buffalo.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, here's Allen. The open man is the tight end, Branson. And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
He's got his tight end, Branson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Allen to throw again. He gets this to the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Devondre Sweat getting in there to bring him down. His first sack of the season.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face third down.
Hey, tight.
On third down, they go with Cook. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. On fourth down, Tyler Bass now for the Bills field goal. This will be a 46-yard attempt. Bass's kick is good. And the Bills will take a 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
18, Pioneer. Here we go. Check on move. Check on move. Viking, 18.
Reach to the air. Goes Ward. This one, batted away. It's incomplete. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
And this is exactly how they coach it. Once he realized he wasn't going to get home, he does the next best thing. Get that big old hand up and knock the ball away.
Now the former teammate starts. Here's Tyjae Spears. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now third down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and 5.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Let go.
From the gun, here's Ward. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
That is fielded at the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Play action. It's Allen. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Second and inches.
What's that?
Allen, gonna give it to Cook. And they'll bring him down just shy of midfield, but that is enough. It's a first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 7. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike. Make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and Does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7?
319! Sub. Hey! Where's that?
From the gun, here is Allen. And that is incomplete. Jerry Jeudy, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
So that'll bring up 4th down, and here comes the veteran Bradley Pinion to punch it away. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line.
Ready, break! Come on, set! Ready!
First carry for the man from Memphis, Tony Pollard. And he'll find some space, taking it for 6, out to the 26-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here comes 2nd and 4.
60 Bison!
Here's a handoff to Spears. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. It's a gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
4 yards on the pickup.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 6.
70 Cougar 19!
Now it's Ward. They'll look to set up the screen here. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. The Bills with the early advantage. We're back in Music City after this. Titans football here to start quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
Tag! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles! Let go!
Now Pollard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
He was brought down by...
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Ready! Cowboy 80! Ready?
Throwing on 3rd down, Ward. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie 1st-round pick.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
On play action, here's Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
So every team practices this on both sides of the ball. They call it sudden change. So in this case, the offense takes the field quickly following the defensive takeaway, and now you want to get off to a fast start, generate a quick play, and spark your possession, and it's exactly what they're able to do here, picking up that first down.
In motion, that's the tight end, Granson. Here's a handoff to Cook. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 8. Operating out of the gun, here comes Allen. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd down, 3 to go. From the gun, it's Allen. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. And if you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
So after the made field goal, Bass is back out there to kick it away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, start. 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Ready?
On the ground. It's Spears to start the drive. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
Here's Ward now on 2nd down. This one intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. We saw it earlier, the defense on the quarterback with the earlier interception. And now, Greg, not only do they pick them, they turn it into a pick 6.
And, Mike, the reality is this has just been a bad first half throwing the football. I mean, not only is it a 2nd interception, but this time the defense gets their hands on the ball, and they're able to take it all the way back for the pick 6.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
Ready, set.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready, Hawk 70, Hawk.
Fake the handoff. Now Ward. And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
Bronco 80, Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Broncos. Warrior 70. Let go.
On 2nd down, here's Ward. That's caught. Tony Pollard It's a pickup of 12. First down for Tennessee.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
60 by 70 Lions.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
Ready, ready. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Cougar 19.
Out of the gun, Ward. Well, they slow down wide to Spears. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
70 Lions. Ready, ready.
From the gun, they'll give it. It's Pollard. He's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Come on, set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70, Dragon 60. Ready.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First and 10.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Drop play. Here comes Pollard. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Harold Landry, they're on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that be a bit of a letdown.
18 Cardinal. Hut.
Now Ward on a designed run. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
Panther 60. Panther 60. Go get him.
Shotgun snap for Ward. Short pass taken in by the tight end. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Third and 2. Ward. To the goal line and in. J. Spears. Touchdown, Tennessee. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. This returnable from the 4. And the bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here's Allen now on 1st and 10. Open man downfield, it's Kincaid. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 26 yards.
That one good for 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now a timeout, Buffalo. Their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Allen. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the fight. And it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll swing this one out to Cook, and he'll get about 7. Still short of that 1st down. They'll try to convert it on 3rd down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 3.
5 wide. Round 80! What's that?
Allen gonna throw again. That is caught at the 3. And he's into the end zone. What a response! Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Now Bass to tack on the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bills add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
Okay,
So, a couple of 1st downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41.
Come on. Set. 70. 70 remain. Ready.
They'll start this drive on the ground with speed. And he'll get about 5. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. They'll be their 2nd. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Let's go. 60 left. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Move. Ready.
Throwing. Ward. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a got it.
And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Titans.
final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Sly now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Titans are back within 6.
Titans 14. Joey Sly to kick off for Tennessee.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This is going to be taken in at the 3. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
No gain on the play.
So, 1 half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On the double. Set up. Count. Hurt.
A run up the middle, Spears. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
And the Titans.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 4.
Let's go now. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Steady.
Oh, the ball's out. The Bills have got it. Big opening up the middle. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
And this is caught. So an 8-point swing. What a turn here. The fumble return for touchdown, and they tack on 2 more for good measure.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
This one taken at the 7. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go. Start. Liking 18.
On 1st and 10. Ward. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass Ball's incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Panther 60, Panther 60. Let's go.
To throw on second down is Ward. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Williams there. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Ready.
From the gun, here's Ward. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
Missed opportunities like these are a big reason why they find themselves down double digits here in the third quarter, Mike. Points on this possession could have gone a long way towards making this game competitive, but instead, poor execution, especially in the passing game, and it's another wasted drive.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he ran right through one tackler, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground of about 7.
At the 50-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's second and 3. From the gun, throw here for Allen. He'll get this complete to Jerry Jr. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives them a first down. Set to go now on first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he's in! Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Buffalo. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
On first down, it's Ward. And that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
Throwing is Ward. And as he threw it, the pass is incomplete.
knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
Well, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly in his 3rd and 10.
Cowboys, Cup 19, Cup 19. Ready?
Back to throw is Ward. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that ball. Whoa!
At their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. On the ground is Cook to start this drive. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here, they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out? And just like that, you go from 2nd and inches, where you think it's pretty much a given that you're going to move the chains, to now finding yourself in 3rd and 2 or 3. Great job by that defense. This completely changes this possession.
Now a 3rd and 2. They bring Judy in motion. On 3rd and a couple, here's Allen. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be taken down, but there is a flag on the field. You wonder if that was a push-off. So, after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. From the gun, here is Allen. He gets this complete to Shakir. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
A gain of 24
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Here's the first carry for the man from Kentucky, Ray Davis. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7. It'll bring up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, Josh Allen. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball. I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
We'll start at the 4. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Come on, set! 70 Lions! Ready?
The drive starts. It's a carry by Pollard. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack,
Here we go.
there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Dragon 60. Let go.
Looking to throw, it's Ward. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
They come to the line needing 11 here on 3rd
Let's
down.
go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now it's Ward. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. On 1st down there, gain of 14 yards.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, Ward. That's complete to DK. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it's coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Set up. Bronco 80.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 2.
Tag. Cowboy 80. Hut, hut.
Ward to throw again. There's a throw right side. Would be incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
Viking 18. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Go.
They'll try and run here with Spear. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Titan 1st down.
There's a big conversation going on right now around the NFL about what is the true value of having a run game. And I've always thought it comes down to being good at 3 situations. Can you run the ball in the 4th quarter with a lead? How well can you run the ball on the goal line? And then in this case, how well can you run the ball in short yardage situations?
And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
He'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
Gain of 8.
In a lot of offenses, Mike, these quick passes to the wide receivers really fall under the run category. Of course, they're going to go down as a forward pass, but to a lot of offensive coordinators in the league, it's a lot easier to pick up first and second down yardage on these quicks than it is to turn around and hand it off to your running back and count on blocking everything.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Ward gonna throw on 3rd and 1. That's taken in. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're gonna stop him for no gain.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem.
Come on.
And that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on 4th down.
Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the
Here we go,
37-yard line.
Again, it's Ward. He's going to take a shot down the field. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
They'll try again here. 2nd
Here we
and
go.
10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Throwing again is Ward. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They go. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Ready.
Out of the gun, Ward. They swung out wide to Spears. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. Going to bring up 4th down.
Cowboy 80. Ready.
They snap it to Ward. He'll take a shot here, back to the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it. You know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense. And right now is one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
The tight end Kincaid in motion. Once again, it's Cook. He's got space inside the 25. And he's going to be taken down. A pickup there of 13. Good for a Bills first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. A gain of 5.
2nd and 5. They'll stick with him again. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
A yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's a 3rd down and 4. On 3rd down, they go with Cook. So, first out of the 2-minute warning, they'll use another timeout on this side of it at 1:55. Tyler Bass on to try the field goal. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game. And the Bills will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Go.
Now, first down throw for Ward. He's found his receiver, Butte. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 29-yard
60
line.
Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Shotgun snap for Ward. Pass caught by Bond. Into space at the 45. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. It's a big one for Tennessee. 39 yards. Here's 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Bronco 80. Ready, right?
They'll run the draw. That's Spears. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. It's a 2nd down and 7.
70
Yard
Lions.
pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, here's Ward. That's caught by Spears out of the backfield.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Panther 60, Panther 60. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
Ward now on 3rd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And this is going to be a touchdown. It's too little too late. Do get a bit closer as they score here in the final minute of play. Out comes Sly for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Titans are able to cut into the deficit.
Titans 21. Joey Sly to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Go.
Defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So a road win here for the Bills, and it is their third consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long.